For our design, we have the two supports that are going to be supporting the arms are going to be more narrow. That way it'll provide an accurate throw and more support for the arm. For support for those beams, we're going to have these slanted beams right here. That'll provide support for those, and that'll be all attached to the base. If you're looking at it sideways, this is the front view, this is the side view. We're going to have the typical standard triangle with the support beam, and then the cross support beam, and then this dotted line right here is the slanted ones that you can see over here. And we figure that that's going to provide the most support and accurate throw. The lever, we decided that for the most accurate throw and longest and powerful, we need to have the axle placed at least a third to a quarter of the distance down the lever.
And one of the most important parts for this project being the trigger, we came up with a really good idea, and that's being attached to the arm on the underside of it. So if you're looking at the arm and this is going to the base, it's going to be on this side right here. We're going to have a metal loop connected to that, and then we're going to have two loops attached on the base that are going to be at the same height, and inside that we're going to put some sort of wooden dowel that can be smoothly pulled out, so that way one's attached inside there and the two on the base, so that way when we pull it out there's no friction that's created or yeah, so that way it can just be a smooth throw right over.
As you're talking to the guy, just tilt it up. Hey, can you look down a little bit?
So we calculated that we need about 40-ish feet of this 2x4x8 wood.
289.
Yeah, so ripple. That's what we're gonna have to invest in.
No, we don't want that one. Yeah, that's too far.
The cheaper one.
The 2x4x8 KD stud is a better approach than the fir because it's a lot firmer. The fir is really flimsy, it's like a pine tree, and that's not very strong wood. This is closer to like oak, it's really strong, so it'll be able to support the structure a lot better.
So we just got 64 feet of this wood here.
Yeah, good old wood.
Should be more than enough for our project.
Yeah, Katie Stud, 272.
And now we're gonna go find some black pipe. So we're getting the black nipple pipe. It's metal, so it's a little more expensive than the black pipe, but we figured since this is all we need, it's not like a crazy price, but it'll work for what we're doing. And we'll use this for the main axle, and also the axle on the basket. And this fits well with the diameter of the pipe fits well with the wood that we just got, so that will work well.
Alright, so we're getting some high quality and extra long screws for they're made for outside stuff instead of opposed to like a drywall. These will last longer and they're more durable for heavy duty stuff like a trebuchet, and they'll be able to go through multiple layers of wood for the base that we want. So word.
So here we have my sister Danielle Fitzgerald. her old Trebuchet, and we're just gonna look at what's wrong with it and see how we can use that to
Improve our own structure.
correct. So we'll just sort of give it like a fake fire here.
3, 2.
So
Clearly, there's not enough room for it to fall down.
yeah, one thing right away is this weight. When this comes down, it's gonna hit the.
Hits the side.
Basket's hitting the
It's
bottom,
the
so that
board.
means
It's hitting the side right
we
here.
want to make the height for the pivot as tall as possible, so that way the basket has plenty of room to swing through and get the most momentum possible for the arm to swing up.
Also, this this is also at an angle, so when we're drilling like the hole through the board, we want to make sure that it's
Perfectly even.
fairly straight and even. What else? The base, it's pretty sturdy.
A little bit too thin though.
Yeah, I think it could have been a little more beefier.
Yeah, because if you notice when you take it back and fire it, the whole thing shakes.
We don't really like how the length of the arm and how that relates to the height of the overall trebuchet. We're going to take a different approach, but we will see what happens.
Word.
So we're here at New Hampshire Tech Fest today, and we're gonna scallop the trebuchets here, see what works, what doesn't work, so we can use that on our trebuchet. Yeah. So as you can see on that trebuchet, they have multiple holes and on the arm, and we want to do that so that on the day of the shooting, we can make adjustments right there if it's going too long or too short. So that's a really smart idea, and we're gonna take that and put that in our trebuchet.
When her hair is not her she knows there's no wind.
Oh, good idea. Very good idea.
Nice job. Oh, short, a little short.
Damn, let's get it short. Oh, got in. Oh no, this isn't ours. This trigger system is very similar to the trigger system that we're going to put in our trebuchet.
Make sure it was as safe as far acceptable.
So we decided that a 4x3 base would be the best length, so that way it wouldn't tip over when it's shooting and firing and be really nice and stable throughout the entire shot. These wooden blocks will provide more stability for the base.
She's a beaut. That's perfect. I'm pretty happy right now.
Show me your happy face. So we're cutting this piece of wood at an angle, which we've been doing for 45 minutes, to help stabilize part of the structure. As you can see,
Day 3 of meeting, day 1 of construction. We have a good portion of our trebuchet completed. We have a pretty solid base down. This is for the sling and the water balloon to slide along. It's a pretty common 4 foot by 3 foot base. What else? We have our 2 uprights right here. They're about 5 feet, 6 inches. We drill the holes right through here for our axle. Supporting this, we installed these metal brackets right here and screwed those in. Same thing over here. On the other side of the supports, we have these metal brackets that we installed attached to these. This is also support. We also installed these diagonal beams that'll be supports for the uprights, and next time we're going to install diagonals going this way as well, so that way it'll prevent any stresses that way. Other than that, we just need to figure out the arm and the sling, attach that to the actual trebuchet, and then from there, just a bunch of test runs and firing.
Alright, so here we are at day number 2 of building. We're putting the axle on the first day. We realized that when we cut the arm today, with the maximum height that we could have would be 1.75 meters. If we were to have the axle with the proper arm length and everything, it'd be swinging way too much underneath here. And so obviously the axle is too high up, so now we had to drill a new hole for the axle lower, so that way the arm will be sufficiently able to throw over. So right about here is where you want it, and we're going to drill a new axle about this level. Word.
This is test number 1. Hopefully it doesn't break. I'm a little nervous right now, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. System flaw.
Yes! Alright, we need to fix the trigger system.
And that's why I think this pipe needs to straight in the ground.
Test number 6. 3, 2, 1. Oh! No, it didn't come out!
So today we finally figured out a sling that worked well for us, and we used the denim from a pair of jeans, and we made it so one end would attach to the hook on the arm, and then the other end, this one with the hook on it, would be the part where it came off the nail. So this worked really well because the way we had it was so that the balloon sat firm in here like this, so that way when it came over, it would stay in it until it needed to be released at the end. And it's been shooting really consistently because of this. We haven't had any misfires from it, so we think this one is the keeper.
It's filming.
Alright. Despite the hurricane, send it! It's gonna be insane. Oh yeah!
Yes! Woo!
And 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Alright, so we're here in the hurricane, firing, and one of the things that we noticed went wrong was that it was really hard to drill a perfectly even hole through the wood. So what we had to do is, make something that would stabilize it from swaying when it was on the axle. So originally we had clamps like these over here, but those didn't work too well. So what we did is we just took electrical tape and duct tape and taped it on either side. It actually works really well. A lot of people think that it wouldn't work, but it works really well. And then we also did that for the weights down here on this pipe as well, and that's been working really good. Thank you.
Oh!